Moms rule the world. Let's give them the tools to do it. And yes, magically appear 2 tools, along with a third. We absolutely love our moms. We should celebrate them every day, but luckily we do have one day where we can go the extra mile, and we're going to look at some practical tech that could just be that piece that they are missing in their world. And of course, we've got the third tool here to help us do it. Grant, we love you guys. Thank you so much for bringing some awesome little trinkets, man. Where do we start?
Yeah, let's spoil mom, man.
I love this stuff because moms don't like buying tech for themselves.
That's true.
And tech is such a helpful part of our lives that when they start using, my mom's like this, she go, I don't need this, I don't need this. Then you give her like a wireless headset, and then a few months later, she can't live without it.
She knows more about it than you do.
When I bought my first tablet, she was like, this is silly. 90% of her life is spent on the tablet. So like, I don't even want to talk about it now. You know, she's like, I can't live without my tablet.
Well, you've got to get it from somewhere, dude. I mean, come on, you know?
Exactly. So I've got a couple of good ideas. These are things that I already own between me and my wife, and so some things that she particularly loves.
You've proven their value.
Okay. So this is something that's really cool. So let me start on your far left, my far right, this over here. You get disposable cameras. These are not disposable cameras. They take film, but just film cameras. Yeah. That's what it is. So there are actually a couple of brands on the market that do this, and they do it in 2 different ways. The first one is obviously the click, push, and you know, take a photograph, which is great.
Polaroid.
Yeah, the Polaroid vibe that you take. But you also get something now that are these USB printers. Yes. So they connect to your Wi-Fi, and so your mom can take photographs on their phone or whatever around, you know, do the thing, and then print out their favorite photos at home and frame them at home.
A photo ain't a photo unless it's in a frame.
Exactly.
This is the thing, though. You know what, my wife is trigger happy when it comes to taking photos, especially with the kids and, you know, the different activities that they get up to.
Sounds like a problem. Yeah.
I'm too scared to open her gallery on her phone because there's going to be 20,000 photos, and the thing is, it stays there. But now and then, it would be nice to have a
frame.
See the moment.
Put it on the fridge or in a little photo frame.
Yes, and you can have it printed at home. You don't have to go to the printing place. You can just get photos printed at home. So those are very cool. The next thing is a smart speaker. So I haven't set up any of these like on the network here or anything, because these are the ones that we use at home. But this smart speaker there are lots of different kinds on the market. They connect to your Wi-Fi. You can then push music from your phone. So if your parents have a music subscription, they can push it to it. This one is really cool though. It's got IR built into it. Ooh. So it means that all the old devices that your mother might have at home, like an old air conditioner or whatever, you can remote control using the speaker, because it becomes basically like a Wi-Fi remote control for you.
Okay, a little central point.
So you can take what is considered the dumb devices in your house and turn them smart using a speaker like this. So, and chances are, and I know my parents always go, let's buy that because it's cheaper. It's not smart, but you could smartify it, which is really cool.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
The other thing, and there are a lot of discounts on these, are smart watches. Yeah. Make sure you get the right one. I mean, we were just talking about our smart watches before the show. Yours, you're tracking sleep.
Absolutely.
I literally transform my workout life, without being able to listen to music and Spotify on my ears.
For sure, wireless, and I feel you,
It's wild. So it's really nice to have a tracker like this. Sometimes our parents are on medical aid. That obviously benefits the medical aid once they link those things. And there are lots of discounts this time of year around
For sure, and it allows your folks to focus on health with these tools that we are using to seriously enhance our overall well-being. There's a reason why these are being driven now, and there is a very real need for it in the market. But I think parents they get to a point and then they disconnect from the value of technology, thinking it's not for them because they don't have that emotional connection. But it could be more for a person in the extended stage of life than it is for a young person. It's ideal.
And then lastly, I just want to talk about this kitchen appliances blender over here. There are lots of kitchen appliances your parents might have, right? Because they've kitted out over the years. But some of them are old and broken. They don't want to replace it. If it's broke,
stays in the back of the cupboard.
Yeah, stays in the back of the cupboard. But there's a lot of smart tech that's coming out. And this is one that we checked out, my wife and I, and eventually she made me buy it.
Made you, forced you.
Look, it's actually very cool.
Now you love it.
So this looks like a normal blender, but it actually has got an element in it, and it connects to Wi-Fi. And on your phone with the app, you can choose recipes. So we've created soups from scratch using just this blender by putting all the ingredients in and then then you press the on button, tell it when to cook. It'll heat up the soup to a cooking temperature. It'll blend it intermittently every 10 minutes for like half an hour. And it's literally like having takeaway. Like you put your stuff in, and then half an hour later, it beeps, and then your food is ready. And where our parents, like, I don't know what your parents are like. My parents are getting old. It's just one of those like quality of life things, getting up and making dinner, and
Want those easier solutions.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I use this for smoothies. My wife uses it to make baby food and sauce pasta sauces, and being able to cook in it at the same time.
Develop
and then
the flavor while you're blending. I absolutely love that. And all of these do speak to a healthier or greater sense of well-being, which is lovely, man. And I think there's a reason why these have emerged in your little ecosystem, because they feed that for you. They give you that sense of well-being and control in your living space, which moms deserve to tap into that, man.
I think it's a great deal, man. There's some really cool options up for Mother's Day.
Each of these things improve your quality of life, and if you know and love your person in your life and your mother, and you know what part of quality of life it's going to improve, that makes it thoughtful and meaningful, and she won't stop talking about it until decades.
Yeah. Thanks,
Nice,
dude.
man.
Appreciate that. Now, definitely some great ideas to think out of the box and get inspired on how to spoil mom this coming Mother's Day, because, come on, a mom's love, it is just something special.
So don't be a tool.